Good morning, guys. As you can see, the sun is coming up behind me. It's about 6:30 a.m. in the morning here on a Sunday. My brother Steve and I are on another Australian road trip. It's been a while. We were up at 3 a.m. this morning, left home about 4:20 a.m. and we're crossing borders today. We're leaving the state of New South Wales, which is where we're from in Australia. We're heading south into the state of Victoria. We're aiming for the area called Mount Bulla. Is it Bulla?
Mount Bulla.
Yeah, Mount Bulla, which is known as the Man from Snowy River country. The Man from Snowy River is an iconic Australian film from the 1980s, which was inspired by one of our Australian poets, Banjo Patterson's poem by the same name, The Man from Snowy River. But before that place, we're aiming to head into a town made famous by one of Australia's most iconic bushranger slash outlaw slash folk hero, Mr. Ned Kelly and his gang, the town of Glenrowan, which is where Ned Kelly and his gang had their final shootout with the Victorian police. Ned Kelly's the guy that had all the armour, the breastplate and the metal mask. Look, I've got the beard going at the moment, and Steve's getting there. He's starting. But look, our time in Australia is dwindling down too, so what better time than now to head into some bushranger territory, explore a little bit more of our beautiful Australian outback, and also delve into a little bit more of Australia's history and culture. So guys, look, I hope you enjoy the movies and the pictures, and have fun as we take you on this adventure.
After approximately 6 hours of driving, mostly on the Hume Highway, in the southwesterly direction from Sydney, we finally got to the Victorian town of Glenrowan, most famously known for its Ned Kelly history.
Hey guys, here we are in Kelly country.
Ned Kelly.
Where the man himself, Ned Kelly, walked these streets, rode his horses, his brothers and his gang, and
the infamous train track right behind us here. The Kelly gang mangled the tracks not too far from here in hopes to crash the train that was filled with the police that were coming after him. That was spoiled, and he was caught, but not before a shootout with the armour.
It feels surreal to be here, you know, known as a larrikin to some, but as a local hero to others. And just reading his story, you know, it just gives you just a sense that that whole rebellion was for a reason. He certainly had reason to do what he did, but I'm not glorifying it, but there was some bad stuff going on too. Both ends.
So this is where the actual siege actually happened. The Glenrowan Inn. Dan Kelly, Steve Hart and Joe Byrne were shot and killed. Kelly posts here. Two dudes in armour. Surreal. This is it. This is the place. Ned Kelly, wounded, captured. Beginning of the end.
After exploring the more popular town attractions, such as the train track that the Kelly gang mangled, the inn and the location of the gang's final stand with the Victorian police, and the site at which Ned Kelly was captured, we then decided to explore the main strip of the town, including this place, Kate's Cottage, highly recommended by Getaway as the best Ned Kelly museum, and rated #1 local attraction on TripAdvisor. This place had a museum with a bunch of memorabilia from the Kelly era, photographs, as well as a replica of the Kelly armour. It also had some extra goodies out back.
So right here we have an authentically reconstructed replica of the Kelly household or homestead as it was prior to 1880, which was the year Ned Kelly was charged and hung. Let's check it out.
But the police continued to harass them, and Ned was in and out of prison on petty charges.
Says here many of these items belonged to the Kellys and the Quinns. Others are typical of the Kelly era.
A die was cast. The trouble really began on April 15, 1878. On that day, Constable Fitzpatrick rode to the Kelly homestead, supposedly to interview Ned. But in fact, he tried to seduce Ned's sister, Kate. Mrs. Kelly defended her daughter. A fight ensued, and Fitzpatrick claimed that he'd been badly treated. On this evidence, Mrs. Kelly, with babe in arms, was sent to Beechworth Prison for 3 long years. Constable Fitzpatrick was known as a liar and a cheat, and was soon to be expelled from the force.
Wow.
So Ned was beside himself, and well aware of the fate
Yes.
that had befallen his father, he took to the bush with Joe Byrne, Steve Hart, and his brother Dan. They swore to get revenge.
Another room in here.
A sergeant and 3 constables rode out from Mansfield town at the end of the last.
After having our fill of Ned Kelly and Glen Rowan, it was back on the road again. For me, some of the most freeing and peaceful times are being on the open road. The sights, the sounds, the smells, connecting to the land. We had about a 3-hour drive ahead of us, southeast from Glen Rowan. We were making our way to Mansfield for some maps and information, and then off to the Alpine National Park, also known as the Man from Snowy River Country.
Okay, so we're finally in the Man from Snowy River Country. We're on Stirling Road. It's a bit of a bumpy one. Yeah, it's a dirt track. We're probably going to be, or what they call, not a dirt track, but it's a major unsealed road. We've got the map here. Okay, you can't really read it, but we're heading up to Craig's Hut, which is the hut made famous by the film, The Man from Snowy River. It's
For the movie.
built for the movie, yes. What was the guy's job? He was a sheep shearer or a
Stockman.
stockman.
Yeah.
Apparently, in real life, if you're a stockman, you won't have your hut up high like that. It'd be more in lower ground where it's unseen.
Protected.
Yeah, and protected. But we're going to be on this road for about an hour, I believe, and we're going to pitch our tents up tonight, about 50 meters away from the hut, hopefully in time to catch a nice sunrise and also be up and early for a beautiful catch a sunset, sorry, and be up early for a beautiful sunrise.
That's right, a panoramic one.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful drive here from Glen Rowan to Mansfield, and now we're on this dirt track up to the mountain. What's the mountain's name again?
Mount Buller.
It's Mount Buller, right?
Yeah.
That's right. the lovely lady at the information center highlighted the route we need to take. Turned up here. It's blurry. But anyways guys,
Check this out.
you'll see more of us. This is our view for the next hour.
As the sun was slowly setting, the trees turned golden, the colours became richer, and the view got even better. Stirling Road eventually becomes Circuit Road, which traverses through Mansfield State Forest, an alpine resort, and provides access to several attractions, including Bindery Falls, Mount Stirling, King Hut, Razorback Hut, and the place we were aiming for, Craig's Hut. It is also the starting point for many four-wheel drive tours through the High Country.
And that's it, guys. It was done in the CRV 2001 model. First gear and second gear, so if you can do it with this car, you can do it pretty much with anything. So there you go.
Craig's Hut. We made it to Craig's Hut.
We had just enough time to unpack our gear as well as pitch up our tent just before it got dark. And so it was, we spent the night up at Craig's Hut. Goals accomplished, day one complete.
So we made it to Mount Buller last night, all the way to Craig's Hut, which is right behind me. It's probably hard to see right now. We spent the night up here, just about 50 meters in that direction. Very cold, very dark, still very cold and still kind of dark. If you look out towards the east, the new day, it's an early sunrise that we're trying to catch here. So here we are, we're in Craig's Hut. This isn't actually the original hut. The original from the movie fell into disarray in the 1990s. So it was rebuilt, and then in 2006 a bushfire destroyed it, and it was rebuilt again in 2007, which is the current Craig's Hut that we are in right now. Check it out. It's barren, but gives you that old cattleman's feeling. Made legendary by the poem, The Man from Snowy River, and the film with the same name. Alright, I'm ready to see some more things. Hey guys, so after Craig's Hut, Steve and I decided to head out into the main town area of Mansfield, and we stopped there and had some lunch. There was a picnic area, information center, some shops. Steve toasted some of our bread on an outdoor barbecue that they had there. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice to have some toasted bread instead of cold doughy bread. We had some of our tuna, and we also made some coffee again with our percolator machine. And we always bring with us. We always travel.
Trusty percolator.
Yes, if we're doing a road trip in Australia, we bring that baby with us. But so yeah, we've been fed. We've had our second coffee hit for the day, and now we're heading to a place called Lake McCowan. We've decided to head there and pitch the tent up for the night. It seems like a nice lake area with some forest. Hopefully get a nice sunset and a sunrise. And then tomorrow we will be heading back home to Smithfield, New South Wales. Lake McCowan is about 6 hours away from our home. So we have a bit more driving to do tomorrow. But we got as far as about 8 hours away from home. We went all the way to Craig's Hut, which is the Mount Buller, Mount Sterling area, the Alpine National Forest. And it's been a great day today, pretty much surrounded by nature. It's been great being on the road again, the Australian outback, and delving into a little of our Australian culture and history too with Ned Kelly, as well as the man from Snowy River and the Craig's Hut up there in Mount Buller. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good traveling with this guy, and it's his birthday today. Yeah, boy. Hope you've been enjoying the trip, guys. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. Rain check. Lake McCowan does not exist anymore. We've seen it. We've just seen it dry, barren. Look, in the background, no lake there, just dry dirt. Yes, and some dead trees.
We later found out that Lake McCowan had been left to dry out by the state of Victoria. We decided to head to the Glenrowan Caravan Park instead, which was only 15 minutes away.
So like we said, we're spending the night tonight at Glenrowan Caravan Park. Here we are. We struggled a little bit tonight with the tent. I don't know what happened. Took us a little longer than usual to get it up, but it's up. Feels pretty sturdy. Now we're just relaxing, enjoying a meal, filling up the belly before we hit the sack. As you can see, we're eating some tuna, some toasted bread that we toasted earlier at the outdoor barbecue for lunch. And oh yeah, thank you Macro Organic for the cheese chips. I think we like your barbecue ones better though. Wow, bit of peanut butter. And this is where we'll sleep for the night. This is our little comfy abode. It's a lot warmer here too tonight than and less windy than it was in Mount Buller. See you guys in the morning. Well, here we are. It's the final morning of our trip. It's about close to 6:30 a.m. As we woke, we heard the kookaburras calling. As you can see, there's some kangaroos out in the distance. And the sun is also starting to rise. We're back in Glenrowan, as we mentioned earlier, Ned Kelly country. Right now, it's time to make some coffee.
Very important part of the day.
Yes.
Now the trick to a good cup of coffee is you don't skimp out on the coffee. You put a good generous amount straight into the percolator. And then you tamp it down. Of course, we're avid coffee drinkers. We like it strong, so always top up with just that last bit. All right. That's snug. Now to get this baby going, you've got to unlock it. That engages the tank. Click it, and there it goes.
Aussie mate, definitely.
Aussie coffee on the go. Morning.
Morning, we've got the coffees going. Pretty surreal that we're in Ned Kelly country, huh, Steve?
Yeah, we were just discussing how this is where Ned Kelly and his family and the so-called Kelly gang grew up, lived, fought and died, and it is surreal. But we rode all along here, walked through here, and yeah, it's just great to be where great Aussie legend lived.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. We've always wanted to come to this area, and I'm glad we finally have. And you know, we got to see the sunset, and now we're watching the sun slowly rise. Look at that! Just see the beautiful light coming through, the shadows it's creating. Yeah, to be able to sip a good brew, which we love, in a place like this, early in the morning, peaceful kookaburras and birds chirping, kangaroos hopping around, just fresh, crisp, cool air, clean air. Way better than Smithfield, New South Wales air, huh?
That's right.
That's where we're from.
Air.
Yeah, industrial area air. Yeah, grateful to be here, grateful to be alive. Thank you God for so many blessings.
Jesus, amen.
Yes. Boom. Well, we're almost packed here. As you can see, the tent's almost done. We're about to leave the Glenrowan Caravan Park. We're going to head into town first before we head back home. We're going to grab ourselves another scone and tea, which we did a couple of days ago when we were in town. We're going to go to Dad and Dave's Billy Tea Room. Check them out if you're in Glenrowan. Great scones, great service, good place to be. See you there. Well, here we are, guys, in the Glenrowan Town Centre at Dad and Dave's Billy Tea Room. What an amazing spot. We've got freshly made scones for breakfast and some freshly made warm tea. Yummy. Warm and crunchy. Now check this place out, guys. It's so good. Service is spectacular. So warm and friendly. Cheers.
Then the stockman rides up with his dry, dusty throat, rests up to the bar, and pulls a wad from his coat. But the smile on his face quickly turns to a sneer when the barman says sadly, the pump's got no beer.
With our tummies full and the day getting along, we decided to take one last walk around the small town centre of Glenrowan before beginning the 6-hour journey northeast all the way back home.
So guys, we just left the town of Glenrowan. We're pretty much on our way back home now to Smithfield in New South Wales. We have just over 6 hours of driving to do, not including any rest stops we have along the way. But yeah, it's been a great 3 days, 2 nights camping and 3 days of exploring the Australian outback, the Victorian High Country, checking out Glenrowan on the way in and on the way back out, and the Ned Kelly history. Sandwiched in between that was Mount Buller, Mount Sterling, Craig's Hut, and the man from Snowy River Country. That was pretty epic. Yeah, 2 nights camping. The highlight for me would have to have been the night up in Mount Buller next to Craig's Hut, huh?
It was magnificent. Like the sunrise that we copped there that
Yes.
morning was just spectacular. well worth camping the night there. You know, bring some cold weather clothes with you, and but it's well worth bearing, because the sight that you'll see in the morning is something that will stay with you forever.
Yeah, it was so intense. Those reds, there was just such an intense sunrise. It was so clear. The air, the air was fresh and crisp. Beautiful, beautiful. And as the sun got higher, those snow gum trees became a golden color.
It was beautiful. Just such a beautiful sight.
Epic. But it's been awesome. Yes, camping a couple nights and exploring a little bit of Australian culture, heritage and history. And yeah, now it's time to head back home. But we just want to encourage everyone that this can easily be done. It just takes making a decision, you know, not letting dreams be dreams or just words, but actually making it manifest and taking action. We did it pretty much on the cheap. We spent probably about $125 each for 3 days, 2 nights. That includes accommodation, food, gas or petrol for travel. And we traveled about at least, close to 20 hours.
Yeah.
So it's easily done, guys. Easily done. Just put away 3 days. You don't need a week or 2 weeks. Just 3 days. A little bit of money and some good planning, and you can add some more memories and good fun times to your life. And it also helps you get through the more mundane, mediocre times of life when you sprinkle it with a bit of adventure here and there.
Pack light. Don't need a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like Jay said, we didn't spend a lot of money. We bought in some coffee or some tea or some scones. You know, it's fine. It's but if you want to do it on the cheap, take some food with you, pack light, and you can have a spectacular time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Follow us on our IG page, roving_explorers, and follow our YouTube page for more videos, more travel videos to come. We have Colorado in a month, and then after that we have Europe. That's going to be epic. It's going to be the first time in Europe for me, first time together. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the videos, guys, and yeah, more to come. Keep exploring, follow your dreams.
We're Roving Explorers, signing out.